All right, my celestial junkies, aka Sagittarius squad, it is time to break down Sag's love vibes. No filter on what happens when you catch feelings. Because, let's be real, Sag's in love is like a wild horse suddenly trying to fit into a wetsuit. It's messy, unpredictable, and honestly, kind of hilarious. So, picture this. Picture Sag has just been struck by Cupid's arrow. They're not just in love, they're in a full-blown cosmic quest. It starts with that spark. That moment they meet someone who makes them go, oh wow, you're actually interesting. Shocking, right? Sagittarius says this. How often is it that I meet someone who can actually keep up with my intellectual genius and my weekend skydiving plans? It's like a soulmate, but much cooler. Next, Sagittarius do what Sagittarius do best. Overshare. Suddenly, their crush is being bombarded with philosophical questions at 2 a.m. in the morning. Like, hey, what do you think about the meaning of life? And also, do you like tacos? Sagittariuses need to know these things up front. Now, here is Sagittarius texting their love interest. If we traveled back in time together and became Vikings, would you raid the villages with me or would you stay on the boat? Just curious. Because to Sagittarius, compatibility is key. And if you can't hypothetically storm a castle together, then what's even the point? In the beginning stages of love, Sagittarius is basically a human firework. Bright, exciting, but liable to burn out a little too quickly. On their first date, they're showing up with energy that's a mix of, I just drank 3 espressos and let's elope to Fiji tomorrow. So this is Sagittarius on their date with their love interest. So I was thinking, what if we booked a flight to Bali right now? Who needs small talk anyways? It can just get real boring, real quick. And we could literally be sipping on coconuts on the beach by next weekend, right? Chill is not their vocabulary, especially when they're falling for someone. It will be full throttle romance or nothing at all. Now you might think, wow, Sagittarius is so smitten. And it seems that way until they have to deal with emotions. And that's when things get a little tricky because Sagittariuses aren't exactly fluent in the language of feelings. But they'll rant to their friends and say things like, okay, I think I'm in love with them, but what if it's just a really strong feeling of like? What if this is the universe's way of distracting me from my bigger purpose of traveling the world and befriending llamas in Peru? Now here is Sagittarius texting their love interest. Hey, I miss you. Now, just when they're about to spiral, their crush texts back something really cute. And boom, just like that, Sagittarius is ready to propose to them again. Now, beneath all of that adventure and hopping around and restless energy, surprisingly, Sagittarius are very soft. They'll do things like stare at the ceiling, grinning like a lovesick fool, just replaying and reminiscing over every single conversation that you guys had. Their love swings is like a pendulum. One minute, they're writing you into their 5-year plan, and then the next, they're Googling how they can join a solo hiking retreat to Iceland. Balance? Who needs that? But here's the kicker. They're gonna get weirdly sentimental. Like, do you think they noticed how I quoted Rummy at dinner? And that's them talking to their dog. Now, if you're lucky enough to date one, well, just remember, they'll keep you laughing, they'll keep you guessing, and they will also keep you moving. Because with Sag, life is never boring. Now, if you're a Sagittarius or you're dating one, let me know in the comments below. And if I left out anything, make sure to tell me down below. Cheerio!